Tonight, WUSA 9 Special Assignment Unit is getting results. We first brought you Andrea Levant's story in September when the Prince George's County Department of Social Services suddenly and inexplicably kicked her out of a state program that keeps her alive. Well, we spent almost a year investigating the case, and we found the state knowingly made an error in her case, and there might be many more people out there just like her. Here's WUSA 9 investigative reporter Whitney Wild.
To unfold Andrea Levant's story,
that was like, yeah, it was great.
Morning. We have to start with a summer morning when a good friend filled a void. Normally, a home nurse prepared Andrea for work. Josie Gilliland rushed in when Andrea's world fell apart.
Is that high enough?
Yeah, that's
okay.
good.
I just wanted to make sure. She can't reach across the counter to get toothpaste or, you know, grab things off of a shelf. You want me to wet it first?
Andrea suffers from spinal muscular atrophy. Her health insurance covers most of her care, but not home nursing, which can run more than $2,000 every month.
1, 2, 3. There we go.
If Andrea paid out of pocket, she'd have only a few $100s left over for food and rent. For 10 years, Medicaid paid the bill.
You're off this way.
Payments lasted until May 2017, when the Maryland Department of Health sent Andrea a letter describing a dismal future. Her Medicaid funding was over, ending her home nursing. There was no explanation, no remedy for appeal.
For me, it's laying in the bed if nobody comes. You're just kind of already trying to quickly forward think as to like what this could mean.
That's when Andrea called us, and we got to work contacting state agencies and state lawmakers like State Senator Paul Pinsky. Now remember that name. We'll come back to him later. We could see from the start this was messy. Sometimes we had a hard time getting through.
I'm trying to reach a Martin Smith. He's a medical care program specialist. Oh, you transferred me to Peter Smith. I'm looking for Martin.
We even spent an afternoon with Andrea to make calls. After about 40 minutes, she gave up. She never got through. That's it? You're done?
Yeah, I don't think I could do this.
There were problems on the phone and on paper. Officials sent her letters that made no sense. In one case, she got a letter that said she'd have her Medicaid benefits through May. Then officials sent her a conflicting letter. It said she could appeal her Medicaid cancellation in August. And that's when Andrea's story took a turn for the worse.
So the medical assistance was based on zero income. And I'm saying that that was a department error.
The Prince George's County Department of Social Services said Andrea makes too much money to qualify for that Medicaid program. The agency admitted someone approved her in error. The judge canceled Andrea's Medicaid in September.
I was very sad. I deserve just as much as the next person to be able to live my life.
It looked like the story was over, but there was one question we couldn't let go. Why did they mark her as a food stamp recipient to begin with? She was honest about her full income. After 10 months of questions, emails, and phone calls, we finally got the answer. Back in 2013, when Maryland rolled out its health exchange website, there were big problems. The state says someone at the Prince George's County Department of Social Services had to mark her a food supplement recipient as a workaround. Someone put her in a program that didn't fit because otherwise she might not have received a dime, and it took the state 4 years to fix it. A few days before the new year, a miracle appeared in Andrea's mailbox.
Dear Andrea Levant, you are approved for the Community First Choice program. Your plan of service will be effective on 1/1/2018.
Pinsky's office helped Andrea find the right Medicaid program for her. It's one for people who work. Andrea now pays a $40 bill each month for home nursing, a small fraction of what that service costs out of pocket.
If the story hadn't been told, I certainly wouldn't be here.
What did that letter give you?
My freedom.
Can you put a dollar figure on what that letter means?
No. No, because there's no price for freedom.
The good news is Andrea has her benefits back, and the state says they're not going to ask her to repay them for all of the years that she was in the wrong program. The state says that most cases like Andrea's have been fixed. We have asked them how many cases are still outstanding. If you think someone made a mistake in your Medicaid coverage, send me an email or tweet me.
Whitney Wild, WUSA 9.